Listen carefully. You don't have a weak memory. You don't have a low IQ. And you're not bad at English. So why can't you speak? Why do your words disappear? Right when you need them? Why does your mind go blank? Even after hours of study? Because you trained your brain the wrong way. You trained it to recognize English, not to produce it. You watch videos. You read books. You memorize vocabulary. But when it's time to speak, silence. Let me tell you something honestly. You will never become fluent just by learning. Fluency doesn't come from knowing. Fluency comes from doing. And the simplest way to start doing? Daily dialogues. Now don't overcomplicate this. Daily dialogues are not advanced lessons. They are not difficult grammar exercises. They are just simple conversations that you repeat every single day. That's it. Let me show you. A very basic dialogue. Hi, how are you? I'm good. What about you? I'm fine. What did you do today? I practiced my English. Simple. Almost too simple, right? That's exactly why it works. Because your brain doesn't learn from complexity. Your brain learns from repetition. When you repeat simple dialogues daily, your brain starts recognizing patterns. It stops translating. It stops panicking. And slowly, it starts responding automatically. This is where real change begins. At the beginning, it will feel uncomfortable. You'll speak slowly. You'll hesitate. You'll feel awkward. You might even feel stupid. That's normal. That's the price of growth. But something powerful happens when you don't quit. Day 1, you struggle. Day 3, you remember lines faster. Day 5, you speak with less fear. Day 7, you don't need to think as much. Day 14, you start enjoying it. And one day, you realize you're speaking without forcing yourself. That's fluency, not perfect grammar, not fancy vocabulary, just natural flow. Now let's talk about your biggest enemy, fear. You're not stuck because you can't learn. You're stuck because you're afraid to speak. Afraid of mistakes, afraid of judgment, afraid of embarrassment. So what do? You stay silent. And silence feels safe. But silence is dangerous. Because every day you stay silent, your confidence gets weaker, and your English stays exactly where it is. Daily dialogues break this cycle. They force you to speak in a safe, controlled way. No audience, no pressure, just you and your voice. And that's important because your voice is your tool. If you don't use it, you lose it. Now here's the most important rule. Speak out loud, not in your head. In your head, everything feels easy. But real speaking is different. Your tongue needs practice. Your brain needs speed. Your voice needs confidence. And that only happens when you speak out loud. Let's go deeper. Why are daily dialogues so powerful? Because they simulate real life. In real life, nobody asks you, what is the past perfect tense? People ask, what did you do yesterday? And if you've practiced that dialogue, your answer comes instantly. That's the goal. Not to pass a test, but to respond in real life. Now imagine this. You wake up every day and practice just 10 minutes of dialogue, talking about your day, asking questions, answering them. At first, it feels small, but after 30 days, that's 300 minutes of speaking practice. After 90 days, 100 minutes. That's more speaking than most learners do in a year. That's why you improve faster. Not because you're smarter, but because you practice differently. Let me tell you something important. You don't need perfect sentences. You need usable sentences, even if they are simple, even if they are not perfect. Because communication is not about perfection. It's about clarity. Now, here's where most people fail. They start, then they stop. They feel motivated for 2 days. Then they quit. And then they say, English is hard? No, English is not hard. Inconsistency is your problem. If you do daily dialogues once a week, nothing will change. If you do them daily, everything will change. Consistency beats talent. Every time. So here's your simple plan. Every day, pick one small situation. Talking to a friend, ordering food, introducing yourself. Create a short dialogue. Speak it. Repeat it again and again. Don't add 10 methods. Don't confuse yourself. Just one method. Daily dialogues. And if you stay consistent, something powerful will happen. Your fear will disappear. Your speed will increase. Your confidence will grow. And one day, someone will speak to you in English. And instead of freezing, you'll reply. Naturally. That moment, that's everything. So don't wait for motivation. Don't wait to feel ready. Start now. Speak your first dialogue today. Even if it's small. Even if it's imperfect. Because daily dialogues, just powerful English. And if you stay consistent, fluency is not a dream. It's a result. Now listen, you understand the idea, but understanding is not enough. Because right now, there are 2 types of people watching this. The first type feels motivated, says, this makes sense, and then does nothing. The second type feels uncomfortable, but still takes action. Only one of them changes. So the real question is not, do you understand this method? The real question is, will you actually do it? Because daily dialogues sound simple. But simple does not mean easy. Why? Because your brain will fight you. It will say, I'll start tomorrow. I'm tired today. I don't feel confident. I need more vocabulary first. These are not reasons. These are excuses. Your brain wants comfort. Growth requires discomfort. And daily dialogues sit exactly in that uncomfortable zone. Speaking out loud, hearing your own mistakes, repeating again and again. It feels awkward, but that awkwardness is your training ground. Let's go deeper. There are 3 stages you will go through. If you understand these stages, you won't quit. Stage 1, resistance. This is the hardest part. You don't feel like speaking. You feel lazy. You feel unsure. Even 5 minutes feels like a struggle. Most people quit here, not because the method doesn't work, but because they don't push through this stage. Stage 2, adaptation. Something starts to change. Your brain becomes familiar with the patterns. You don't hesitate as much. You remember sentences faster. You're still not confident, but you're not afraid anymore. This is progress. Stage 3, flow. This is where it gets exciting. You start speaking without thinking too much. Your sentences come naturally. You feel in control. You're not translating in your head anymore. You're responding. That's real fluency. But here's the truth. You can't jump to stage 3. You must earn it through repetition. Now let's fix another mistake you might make. You might think, I need a partner to practice. No, a partner is helpful, but not required. Because the most powerful practice is the one you control. Talk to yourself. Yes, it feels strange, but it works. Ask questions. Answer them. Create mini conversations. You become both people. And that doubles your practice. Let me give you a powerful example. Instead of saying, I studied today, turn it into a dialogue. What did you do today? I studied English. For how long? For 30 minutes. Was it difficult? A little, but I enjoyed it. Now you're not just speaking, you're thinking in English. And that's the goal. Another powerful trick. Use your real life. Don't create random sentences. Talk about your day, your plans, your problems, your thoughts. Because real language sticks. Fake sentences disappear. Now imagine this. You follow this method for 60 days. No skipping. No excuses. Every single day, you speak. At first, nothing feels different. But slowly, you stop translating. You stop panicking. You stop staying silent. And then one day, someone asks you a question in English. And without thinking, you answer. That moment will shock you. Because for the first time, you didn't prepare. You didn't memorize. You just spoke. That's the power of daily dialogues, not magic, not talent, just consistent action. So now, you have a choice. You can go back to watching videos, saving tips, waiting for the perfect time. Or you can start today. Call to action, powerful ending, right now. Don't scroll. Don't wait. Say this out loud. Hi, how are you? I'm improving my English. I will speak every day. Again. Louder. With confidence. This is your first dialogue. This is your first step. If you're serious about changing your English, then don't just watch this video. Use it. Start your daily dialogue today. Comment below, I started today, and make a promise to yourself. No matter what happens, you will speak every day. Because remember, daily dialogues, just powerful English. And your fluency starts the moment you stop waiting and start speaking.